So hello again. I cannot believe it's week 4. This is like crazy to me. It's going by so fast. So one of the components that I'm hoping you might be experiencing when we do these short times together is this idea of mindfulness, of being present. For myself, learning to be mindful, and for a lot of folks that I talk to about mindfulness and presence, there's usually some resistance, and it's about like, yeah, but the present moment sucks. Why would I want to be in the present moment, or at least mindful of it? To which I usually respond with like, I agree, sometimes the present moment is really uncomfortable, and it's tempting to escape into ruminating in the past or catastrophizing about the future, both of which sort of feel like depression and anxiety. And I have one of those great minds that can do both of those at the same time. Really fun. Probably not the only one. But being present and being mindful is about experiencing the present moment, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's really the only place you have power to influence yourself. So if you can cultivate that skill of being mindful and present with an uncomfortable experience, then you have the power to influence yourself towards managing that so that it feels a little bit better, whether that's putting yourself in a different position in the present moment or responding differently. But it comes from a compassionate place of noticing the suffering that you're experiencing or the discomfort and then doing something about it. So today our practice is going to be about getting curious and actually noticing and naming an emotional experience that we might be having. So it may be neutral. You might notice as we turn inward that your experience is a little uncomfortable. Maybe you're feeling frustrated. Maybe this craft project, this was like, it was unsettling. Or maybe you're feeling really good. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's really just about noticing. So the first thing we'll do is, as we have been, take some quiet time to breathe, and I'll guide you through just sort of turning towards yourself to just kind of acknowledge how you're feeling emotionally. Then we'll do a little bit of stretching, and then we'll do a little bit of breathing activity to see if we can influence ourselves in the direction that we'd prefer to go. Alrighty? Any questions or thoughts about that? All right, excellent. So get a little bit comfortable, however that feels for you. Maybe stretching your legs out a bit, maybe making some movement if that feels right to do. And just settling in, maybe use the armchairs or cross your hands. And then close your eyes or look down at the floor. Soften your gaze. Look at something that's not moving. Lots of options here, whatever feels right for you today. And then noticing the breath. Maybe you prefer to do this in a physical way. Notice the inhale through the nose and the exhale through the mouth. Maybe you prefer to notice it more mechanically. Where is the extension as you breathe in? And where is the contraction as you exhale? We'll take 10 or 15 seconds to just sit with the breath. Practice being in this moment, in this chair, with each breath as it comes and goes. Maybe you're noticing some physical sensations. Some folks feel their heartbeat. You may notice a temperature in your hands or feet. See if you can't start to connect with your emotional experience right now, however you do that. Maybe you feel emotional in your mind, or maybe it's down near your heart. Or maybe you connect to your emotions through a gut feeling. All of those are access points into your emotional experience. You don't have to get overly specific with this. But if you were naming your emotional experience right now, what word would you use? Are you anxious? Are you frustrated? Are you peaceful or calm? Are you happy? Are you content? Are you nervous? Just choose how you're feeling. See if you can't notice it a little more strongly. Where do you feel it in your body, if you feel it at all? Just hold on to that label, that name that you have for that emotional experience. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Slow them down just a bit to come back into the body. And with your next exhale, maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. Feel the chair in the back of your legs, behind your back, maybe the edge of the chair under your shoulder blades. And gently start to open your eyes. Maybe you blink a few times or refocus. And start to intuitively move your neck. Move your head on your neck. Maybe that means side to side. Maybe that means looking over your shoulder. But see if you can cultivate curiosity about where you feel tension in the neck. Is it on the left side or the right side? Is it the front or the back? Which way do you feel like moving more? Would you like to hold your neck in a certain position to release some of that stress? And when you feel like it, maybe you move into the shoulders and just move intuitively. Maybe there's one shoulder that wants to move more than the other. Maybe you want to make circles to the back or the front. You could close your eyes, you could keep them open. Just sort of intuitively moving the shoulders up, down, side to side, forward, back, twisting, circles, whatever you'd like. And then you might want to move that into the back. Maybe you go side to side. See how that feels. Or maybe you start to cat and cow, making a bridge with your back. Maybe you're twisting, but just follow your intuition. What do you need? What feels good? Do more of that. Maybe you're starting to bend over, touch your toes. Try not to hit the table. That would be mindful in a really bad way. I'm mindful of the lump on my head, right? Just stay there if you'd like. Maybe you want to come up. Maybe you reach and stretch. You might grab a wrist and pull over. Or maybe forward. Take your time. Go whichever way you like. Yeah, I see some are going behind. That's great. That might turn into twists if you'd like, or you can stay reaching up, reaching back, forward. Notice what you feel. Which way do you want to go? Maybe that moves into your legs. You could lift your legs up and down a little bit. See how they feel. Move your ankles. Whew. Yeah, you might even want to bring an ankle up to a knee. Get tall. See how that feels. Uncomfortable for anyone? Certainly a sensation, right? Just notice where you feel it. Maybe you come forward. You could even try side to side. How's that feel? But move around. explore. Explore your low back, explore that hip if you'd like. When you're ready, try the other side. Or stay with that first one. Sometimes it's like more care needed on one side than the other. But feel what you're feeling. And only go as far as it feels good and care for you. All right. And then when you're done, just settle in and notice how your body feels again. Notice any difference. Little self-care. And now we'll do a little breathing exercise with our emotions and just see if we can influence ourselves a little bit. So you might take a moment to think back to however it was you discovered you were feeling emotionally earlier. And if you didn't come up with one, that's fine too. At this point, think about what you might like to feel more of. So if you were having an uncomfortable emotional experience, maybe anxious or nervous or frustrated, what would you like to feel more of instead? If you were feeling pretty okay, pretty comfortable, would you like to have more of that? Or is there an even better feeling you'd like to feel? Almost like you're looking at two sides of a coin. So on one side, there's sort of like the uncomfortable or less comfortable. And then the other side of the coin is what you'd like more of. So I'm going to guide you back into some meditative breathing, and we'll take it from there. You're just going to see if you can influence yourself to a little bit of a better emotional feeling. So closing your eyes or gazing softly at the floor, whatever's comfortable, or keeping them wide open, that's fine too. Breathing in and out again, just a few moments to connect to your breath. And if you have identified a feeling that you'd like to feel a little bit more of, peace, happiness, love, connection. With your next inhale, imagine you were breathing that feeling in. And as you exhale, you are breathing out the feeling that you'd like to have a little less of. Breathe in the feeling you'd like to have more intensely. And exhale the feeling that may not be serving you as well. This may look like inhaling happiness and exhaling frustration. We're not judging the feelings. Inhale the feeling that you want. We're just having influence over our emotional experience, and exhale the feeling you'd like less of. Inhale what you want. Exhale what does not serve you. Inhale what creates comfort and peace. Exhale what creates discomfort and dis-ease. Inhale and exhale. Imagine the inhale of what you'd like to feel more of. And as you exhale, the discomfort is leaving. Influence yourself towards a better feeling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale compassion. Exhale frustration. Last one. Inhale compassion. judgment. Ooh. And take a last little inhale and exhale. Maybe smile at yourself on the inside. And then open your eyes. Perfect timing. Great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.